And welcome to Outsider Reviews. My name is Pat, and I'm just about to turn in the Volvo EC40, the 2025 Volvo EC40. And I just figured I'd do a small video giving you my final thoughts on this vehicle. So let's get right into it. Because the first and foremost is I absolutely love the appearance of it. This vehicle is one of the best looking EVs in the business, period. But they ended up making it better with 2025 with the blackout edition. It's completely black. It's got new wheels. It's got obviously the Onyx black paint. They blacked out the logo. They black out all the badges and everything. It looks great, and it just the appearance of it makes it look really cool, especially with the coupe look, which is the EC40. Obviously it's got the XC40 with that, and it does share the platform with the internal combustion engine vehicle. I'm just gonna take you inside for this one, and here's my issue about appearances. As much as I thought out everything outside looked great, the interior, I just find that there's way too much of this shiny black plastic, piano black plastic, and it just kind of ruins the whole experience, because everything looks really great on the outside, and then you're coming in and there's like, piano black. Now this is pretty cool. It lights up, got some ambient lighting over here, but I just find that the appearance on the outside looks really good, but then you come in here and you get a lot of this cheap looking plastic. Now, moving on, we're going to talk a little bit about the drivability of what it's like driving this vehicle, and this is where I got zero complaints. This vehicle is really fast. We're 402 horsepower, but you can actually get a performance upgrade, make it even faster. So it goes 0 to 60 in 4.7 seconds, but you can actually get 4.5 seconds with the performance upgrade. Obviously, I'm talking about the all-wheel drive twin motors. If you want all the specs, you got to go check out the full review that we did with Brian, and that was a lot of fun, so definitely check it out. But if you don't have a lot of time, I'm gonna keep going. So your suspension is really well tuned, comfort but also very responsive. This vehicle really is a lot of fun to drive fast. Where I'm gonna ding it is visibility. I have a hard time seeing through this window as it is, and when you go up to the rear view mirror, it doesn't really get much better. So visibility is minimal, but also on top of that, if I put it in reverse, you can see that this is a 9-inch screen, 9-inch infotainment screen, and you have half of that for your rear view mirror, and you don't have a rear view camera mirror that you can just flick the switch and have the rear view mirror act as a camera. So the reverse camera is just this. Now you can go 360, but it's one or the other. So if you want to just reverse, this just becomes a blackout, and you'll see the sensors here, over here if you do come close to something. But I'd like to have the 360 view here and the reverse camera here, but I feel that you would need at least a 12-inch screen to do that proficiently. So this display is like why, but overall visibility, and also if I'm looking at these B pillars, they're pretty massive, they're pretty big. It's a lot to look around, but so yeah, driving is a lot of fun. Reversing, not so much. And since I'm talking about the big screen here, I'm gonna put it in park, and you can look at tech. Look at my screen here. So I love that the 12-inch screen here, so you got 12 inches here, just not over there, but I like that it gives you your route estimation. So I got 14 minutes to go where I need to go, 6.6 kilometers, and it gives you a time of arrival. That's actually new for the latest update for Google built-in navigation. You used to not have that on the screen here, just have the map. I like that they put that in there. And the overall gauge cluster, the tech of it is really great. Same over here. You got your, percentage of what you're going to get. Now, if you plot for a long trip, it's going to tell you where you need to charge. It's going to plan all that out for you. So if you're going somewhere new, somewhere that you're on a road trip that you haven't been and you don't know where all the chargers are, don't worry about it. The Google built-in is going to take care of it. Again, on the flip side of it, it's a small screen. So there's that. I'd like to have a bigger screen, 12-inch screen, and some toggles down below link with the HVAC system. That's what I would prefer. Now, another thing I absolutely love is overall comfort and convenience of it. What do I mean by that? Here you have a thigh extender, which is really good. I actually have it extended here. It just allows you to rest a little bit more your legs. It gives you a little bit more support on those long distance drive. I love it. Back there, I have a pass through for longer items. There's a lot of attention to detail that was put in. Obviously, a luxury brand like Volvo, you would expect that. But, you know, they got hooks for your grocery bags in the trunk. And you actually have a pass-through for longer items. I think that works out really well. Albeit that this being the EC40, it's the coupe look. And with that look comes a little bit of sacrifice with rear headroom and obviously rear storage. The XC40 or EX40, which is going to be the electric one version of the XC40, is going to have a little bit more space. But another thing that's bad, because this shares the internal combustion engine platform, and I'm going to go in the back seat and show you, and it's not needed for an EV, but it's the hump. See right here, it predominantly does take up a lot of floor room, and having somebody sit in that middle would definitely not be a very comfortable position. So that hump, it obviously comes from the internal combustion engine platform of the XC40, and they share that same platform, but that's where you get drawbacks, right? You get a hump there, and you don't have a pass-through here for storage. So these are where the pros and cons are of sharing a platform with an internal combustion engine. Sure, you save a lot of money by not having to redesign the whole thing, but on the flip side of that, they did put in a frunk, which I definitely appreciate. They could have easily cheapened out and not do it. And the frunk is a fairly decent size space. So you got that, and this is where you got your tire repair kit. Obviously no spare. A little bit sad, but so there you have it. That's basically my overall thoughts on this vehicle. I definitely want to know, definitely for people who have this vehicle longer than a week, because I have it for a press vehicle, I have it for a week. I'd like to know your thoughts on it, what you think about my pros and cons and my overall impressions of it. Definitely check out the big review, like I said, because you'll get a little bit more insight. I just wanted to make a quick short video under 10 minutes to show you everything I like and I dislike. As far as range, well, you can get 400 kilometers of range. It started for about 400 kilometers, 430 kilometers is its expected range, but 400 is about what you're gonna get. Now, I didn't want the squirrel to jump into the car there. I had to close that door. But it's actually going to be at about 250 miles of range for those in the US, which I think is okay. Charging capacity, like I just charged it, is about 200 kilowatt hour. It's a decent speed. I have no issues with the speed. I have no issues with the range. Obviously, we want more, but it is what it is. Comment below, and I'll see you in the next one.